If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. So, the Migos are suing their record label, and Ralo gets bail. Plus, Lil Xan is back. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, so the Migos are suing their record label Quality Control, right? Well, not really the record label, but they're suing a lawyer who works for the record label, Daniel Granderson, right? Who's also their lawyer, right? So the whole situation is that Daniel Granderson, over the years, ever since 2013, has been negotiating a lot of deals for the Migos, right? He actually negotiated the Migos off of their prior record label before they got to Quality Control, right? So y'all know Quality Control. Coach K and P, they own that record label. They got the City Girls, they got Lil Yachty, they got Lil Baby, they got Stefflon Don. They manage Cardi B. She's not signed there, but she's managed by them. So they have a lot of great artists. They also have the Migos, all three of them motherfuckers, and Saweetie too, right? The whole situation though is that this lawyer, Daniel Granderson, apparently was kind of, I guess, negotiating contracts for the Migos, but really, fixing it to where it's disproportionately in favor of the record label, right? So basically what the Migos are saying is that Daniel Granderson hid his relationship that he had with the record label, trying to act like he has the Migos' best interests in his heart, but really and truly he was trying to negotiate more money for Quality Control, right? So basically Capitol Records, who is the distributor for Quality Control, obviously they have to pay the Migos and they gotta pay Quality Control, right? So of course we all know, Daniel Granderson knows too, that everybody gets money, the Migos and Quality Control, but Daniel Granderson made the contract so that the Migos got a little bit less than what they were supposed to, and so that Quality Control got a little bit more than they were supposed to, right? The Migos didn't realize until now, even though that contract happened about 3 years ago, right? The whole situation is that, P from Quality Control came out and put out a statement, right? And basically he said, listen, I have always been fully transparent with the Migos, and it's hard and I feel hurt because I love them, and to deal with this right now is kind of crazy, especially since we're dealing with the death of one of our artists, Lil Marlo, who's also on Quality Control, right? He says that he always showed the Migos their paperwork, that he's been a millionaire since before he even got in the business, so he put his blood, sweat, and tears into making sure that the Migos were hot, right? And he says that everybody has their own lawyers. He says that the Migos' lawyer is not the same lawyer for Quality Control, that everyone has their each individual lawyers, and that he understands that the nature of the business is that, sometimes you don't end this business with the people that you start with, and that's okay, but he still wishes the Migos a lot of success, right? Which is crazy. Now, maybe P just doesn't know about the fact that that lawyer, made the documents a little bit better for QC versus the Migos, or maybe he did, but at the same time, it's not like he would say anything because it's in his favor, right? The whole situation is crazy. It's insane to see that, for the last, 8 years, the Migos have been good on Quality Control, and now for a whole situation and the issue to, arise is crazy as hell. But, I guess we'll find out more about this, as time goes by, yo. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, y'all, so Ralo is almost home, right? Almost home. He's been granted bond. So y'all know the situation. Ralo got arrested back in 2018 because he had 440 pounds of weed on a private jet, right? Basically $1 million worth of weed. And that was the second time being caught with that, because a year before that, he got caught with $2 million worth of weed. But anyway, right? They locked him up and they denied him bail for a very long time, 2.5 years ago, right? He was sitting in county jail awaiting trial, and for some reason, I guess the prosecutors could not pen this on him, and they finally granted him bail. But the whole situation is that his bail is under a 30-day review, so he's not getting out quite yet, right? He goes on Instagram to update his fans on exactly what's going on, right? So he says, on April 18, 2018, I was arrested on a G5 jet. I looked to the left and looked to the right out the window, and I seen every top federal agency in the country with guns yelling, "Ralo, Ralo." I said to myself, I guess this is the rise and fall of Ralo. At that moment, I accepted whatever came with this shit. I looked at my son and my girl and my mom on visitation, and I seen the pain in their eyes. Then they prayed to Allah to make a way for me. When my lawyer said I could beat the case, I really didn't even believe him because of the cards that were dealt against me. Years later, a judge granted me a bond, and my case is scheduled to be dismissed, right? He says, I know the world is wondering, well, why the hell isn't Ralo out of jail if he has a bond? Well, my bond is under review for 30 days because of all the stuff that I have to gather, but y'all should see me around the end of August. But the thing that really hurts me the most is that I can't go to little Marlo's funeral. With all that being said, God is real, and through prayer, he can make a way even when there is no way, right? So this is dope, right? A couple more weeks and Ralo will be home, and then I guess he's just gonna be home, and then maybe, hopefully, the case gets dismissed, and then Ralo could get back to his music and all that other stuff like that, right? It's dope, man. Free Ralo, yo. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so Lil Xan goes on Instagram and he puts up this picture, and then he's like, hey, I just want to let y'all know, yeah, I've been off of social media for 2 months, but I was trying to get better, right? He says that he was in rehab, that he had, a seizure, and that he was just trying to get off the prescription drug pills. He says that his doctor told him to get off of the prescription drug pills slowly, but for him, he just decided to do it cold turkey. His body responded in a crazy way, and he was sick for a little while, right? He does say, though, that now he's completely off of the pills, he feels clean, he's happy, he thanks God that he has a new lease on life, and blah, 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 right? Really and truly, Lil Xan could have stayed gone, right? Nobody asked about it, and whatever the case may be. So the whole situation is Lil Xan conveniently disappeared off of social media during the whole, protests about Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd, and Lil Xan is one of those white rappers who makes money off of black culture, right? And unlike Machine Gun Kelly, who was out there protesting, right? Even Eminem was out there protesting, right? Lil Xan disappeared. Nothing from him. Off of the face of the earth. Quiet as hell. Now, all of a sudden, when the smoke clears, he comes out saying, oh yeah, I was quitting drugs. I was doing my own thing, right? It's funny as hell because Bad Baby, another white rapper who makes money off of black culture, came out with a statement that was very similar to that about 3 weeks ago, saying the same thing. Hey, you know what? I was in rehab. My bad. I wasn't, protesting, talking about Black Lives Matter. I was dealing with my own issues and my medical situation, right? It's just very funny and very convenient that these specific white rappers are going through personal issues during these times. You know what I mean? Funny as hell, but it's still something to think about, right? Anyway, Lil Xan is back, yo. Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.